DSM is all about science. We are a science-based company active in health, nutrition and materials. And science is what sets us apart. One of the things we wanted to do is to humanize science, so to change the perception of science. And people often think of science that science is there for the sake of science. And we really would like to shift that perception into science for societal purpose. The other thing we really would like to start is to create a conversation with the general public, with NGOs, with governments, but also with peers on the relevance of science with societal impact.
We wanted to communicate this in a powerful film showing that science and scientists are crucial in tackling the challenges our society faces, such as climate change, malnutrition, and disease. Using science to develop innovations that change the world for the better is what inspires us as a company, and it's ingrained in everything we do.
So making a film about science might not sound that appealing to the general public right away. In order to make it appealing and really touch people, you have to make it about universal human stuff, about conflicts and struggles.
And what better way to do that than to let real scientists act out scenes based on actual experiences they had in real life. That way we were able to capture their honest emotions and show this on the big screen. We loved the approach and asked one camera to do the research for the film. Next, we had to find our unsung heroes of science.
So we came up with a list of over 100 scientists with amazing inventions.
And these were people who had a real, true, inspiring and passionate story to share.
And we contacted them, and eventually we made a short list and we came up with these 4 scientists that all in their respective different areas are onto something incredible that might in fact change the world.
On set, each scientist actually gave us surprisingly powerful and emotive performances despite their lack of prior acting experience. In fact, probably the most powerful scene in the film, and certainly on set, required no acting ability at all. Richard Little and Robert Irving asked a paraplegic woman from New Zealand called Amanda to try on the bionic legs they had developed. Besides cast and crew, Amanda's family was also present to witness her walking for the first time since the accident. As you would imagine, it was an incredibly emotional moment, and one that will stay with us all for a long time. It also gave us the most tangible proof that science does in fact change the world for the better. The finished film was positioned as the catalyst for a broader campaign. One of the key steps was to launch a platform called Science Can Change the World, where the audience could watch the film and read up on stories of the film's protagonists, as well as other scientists. The platform is also a place where people can share their comments, connect to other scientists, and put forward ideas and solutions that benefit society and the planet. Internally, we sought to engage our workforce with hosting a global launch event attended by our CEO Feike Sijbesma and scientist Bart Knowles. Employees were invited to share and start conversations about the film and campaign with their networks, friends, and families. Externally, we made great use of our own social media channels and ran a global seeding campaign amongst key public opinion makers and influential media. Thus far, both the film and the related campaign have been very successful. The film has been watched over 3 million times, and the related Science Can Change the World platform achieved nearly 30,000 views. Overall sentiment for both has been extremely positive. The film also achieved huge engagement, in particular on social media, with no less than 19,000 external shares of the YouTube link of the film. Other companies like AkzoNobel, Bayer, Unilever, Philips, and KLM have openly praised DSM for this campaign. Key public influencers and opinion makers also expressed their support for the campaign and for a more human approach to science. The campaign significantly improved DSM's share of voice related to science with societal impact versus its competitors. Interestingly, The making of the film has also led to a new collaboration project between the film's protagonists, Bart Knowles and Molly Morse, to see whether Bart's plastic tubes to combat malaria mosquitoes can be made from Molly's biodegradable plastics. The making of this film has been a journey, and the results have been overwhelming. However, for us, the story doesn't end here. But it's the start of what we see as a bigger global movement on the relevance of science that truly changes the world for the better.